Hi, this is Kettlebility Crew's Training Tip of the Week. I'm Andrea U-Shi.
And I'm Jeff Silver.
Today we're going to talk about a higher level movement called the windmill. The windmill looks like this. Thank you. Jeff has a very nice windmill, but it hasn't always been this way. He's worked really hard to make it look as nice as that. So what we thought we'd do is we'd talk to you a little bit about what the windmill is and what the windmill is not. Getting the setup position of the windmill is pretty important, so let's start with the feet. What we're going to do is I'm going to put the stick on the ground behind his heels, and he is going to angle his feet in one direction. He's angling to his left, which means the bell is going to be up on the right side. The windmill is a linear movement. It's going back and forth along the line, so if you're using the stick on the ground as your guide, his hip is going to go back along the line, his shoulder is going to go down to the line in the front. So it's not a rotational movement as most people think. It's actually a linear movement, forward and backward in this direction. What we also tend to see with the windmill is are people leaning towards the front as they load the movement. This isn't that great, and the distribution of the load needs to be over this back hip. So we have a drill that works really great to give people cueing to understand where the load needs to be. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give Jeff this cook band. The cook band is going to go around his waist, kind of low, and as he hinges, I'm going to pull him back and up in this direction. I'm actually pulling quite hard, but you'll notice, come on up, that I'm not pulling horizontal to the ground. I'm pulling in an angle, vertical angle. Okay, it's the same line as a Zingle and Crease. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get him to create space in his hip, to get taller, to push into the ground, and push his hip to the ceiling at the same time. So then after he's felt that load distribution and the separation of the hips, sort of like a distraction of the hip to create more space, then I'm going to ask him to make his hinge feel the same. Very nice. So after you've worked on your stance and the cueing to distract the hip to get into your hinge, you'll have a stronger and more effective and much safer windmill. That's your tip for the week.
Enjoy.